seems region-wide to be no coherent strategy coming from the United States. There are reports now that the U.S. believes that there will be so much pressure on shipping as a result of both the Houthi attacks and the U.S. response that it will raise shipping costs for China, and then China will then exert its influence on Tehran, which will then exert its influence on the Houthis, and will get the Houthis to stop firing missiles at ships, which is, most global strategies you talk to are like that's absurd. Like A, China can't do that. B, China isn't going to do that because China is quite fine with us creating this gigantic morass for ourselves. Separately, as even Voice of America, which is the kind of U.S. military-run news outlet, reported, the Houthis have been very clear that they will allow Russian ships and Chinese ships and any other ships that are not associated with the U.S. or military effort, U.S. or Israeli effort in Gaza. They're letting those pass. They're letting those pass. And so the idea that you're going to get China to jump in and bail us out of our own airstrikes in Yemen. And by the way, we launched airstrikes yesterday on Somalia, claimed self-defense there, more airstrikes on Yemen. We also launched airstrikes at the Iraq-Syria border. And our own bombs were falling in Gaza. So if we creeped across that border, that's 5 countries that we bombed in a single day, which has got to be approaching a record. And it's leading to actual pushback in the United States Senate. And yesterday there was a letter, we can put up this next element here, from a bipartisan group of senators. It's Mike Lee and Todd Young, the Republicans, and Chris Murphy and Tim Kaine, who are considered to be very serious Democrats. This is not the peacenik wing of the Democratic Party. And they write, we believe that American participation in another war in the Middle East cannot happen in the absence of authorization by Congress. Unless there is a need to repel a sudden attack, the Constitution requires that the United States not engage in military action absent a favorable vote of Congress. Does your administration believe there is legal rationale for a president to unilaterally direct U.S. military action to defend ships of foreign nations? So, Emily, Todd Young and Mike Lee, how much pull do they have in Republican quarters? Could we see kind of a genuine bipartisan coalition coming together and pushing back here?